Two more things to remember. In addition to my 10,000 steps, there are two things I do all the time that have made a huge difference in my life. Two things that used to be a challenge for me but now come naturally. One is keeping my stomach engaged throughout the day, holding it tight as if someone were about to punch me in the gut. I'll explain this further in another change. The other is contracting my gluteal muscles. Yes, that's my way of saying I'm constantly squeezing my butt cheeks whenever I walk. Classy. Clearly, I'm very fancy. It's a simple trick that secretly works the muscles that make up your derriere, and now you have 10,000 mini opportunities to do just that. When I first tried it, I had to remind myself every few seconds, which turned into every few minutes and eventually once or twice daily. Now it's so second nature to me that even if I just get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, I still squeeze my glutes with every step. An interesting visual now that I think about it. It takes time and practice to get to where it will become routine for you too, but it will happen. And I'm going to be straight with you. Doing it for a few minutes a day really doesn't add up to a whole heck of a lot, but use this tactic with your 10,000 steps and you'll burn even more calories each day while simultaneously strengthening and shaping your glutes. Tips and tricks. Walking burns calories while strengthening your heart, your legs, your butt, your lower back, and abdominals. Plus, it's free, safe, and one of the most joint-friendly, risk-free forms of cardiovascular activity out there. But that doesn't mean you can't eke a little more from all 10,000 steps. Give your walks a soundtrack. In a classic study out of Ohio State University, people who listened to music while walking felt less exhausted and went about 21% farther than usual. But pick the best type of tunes. Choosing songs with a faster tempo has been shown to boost a walker's pace, so take advantage of it. Not that I don't love Barbra Streisand, but power walking all around town to Memories just doesn't paint the most athletic picture. Quick tip. Tap your foot with each song and then count how many times you tap your foot in 1 minute. For slow to moderate walks, choose songs that range between 90 and 125 beats per minute. If you're a fast walker and want to get more steps in, stick with songs that range between 130 and 160 beats per minute. Then arrange your songs in the right order. Don't just hit shuffle on your music player. Instead, make a playlist of your all-time favorite songs, then arrange them from least favorite to can't live without, so your best songs won't play until halfway through your walk. That way you'll get a boost just when you need it most. Don't try to lengthen your stride. Just let your feet fall where they may. Trying to take longer steps so you'll travel further will only throw off your natural rhythm and body mechanics. To utilize all the muscles within your butt, thighs, and waist, your hips should feel as if they're rolling back and forth with your legs. Stand straight and look forward as often as possible. Rounding your shoulders, tilting your head down, or leaning back prevents your weight from being evenly distributed, which affects how much oxygen you take in and compromises the muscles of the lower back. Instead, keep your chin lifted, back straight, and abs tight. Give yourself a raise on the treadmill. Walk normally and your body is the only thing moving yourself forward, but on a treadmill, a motor pulls the surface backwards, so your body never has to work quite as hard. Raise the incline to 1% so your muscles work as hard as if they were walking on a flat surface outside. Keep an eye on your arms. Swinging your arms back and forth uses additional calories and helps counterbalance your legs to stabilize your body. Somewhere between nothing at all and the ridiculously hilarious but adorable sweeping arm swings my mom and her friends use is where I want you to live. Ideally, your elbow should be bent at a 90-degree angle. As you walk, pump your arms back and forth in a straight line, not at an angle, swinging your fists no farther forward than chest high. As you draw them back, your fists should line up by your hips. Then use your arms to speed things along. Your arms act as gear shifts. The quicker you swing them back and forth, the more your pace picks up. So if you feel your feet beginning to drag, try swinging your arms faster and your legs should fall in line. Glance down at your legs and feet. With each step, your toes, foot, ankle, knee, and hip should all be pointing straight ahead and be in line with one another. Land on the heel of each foot, roll forward onto the ball of the foot, and then push off with your toes. If your toe seems to roll inward or outward, you could either be a pronator or a supinator and may require special footwear to avoid aches and pains after this change becomes a habit. In that case, contact a podiatrist or visit a technical shoe store that caters to runners and walkers. Make adjustments when it's hot. High temperatures, humidity, and direct sun may cause your body to overwork itself.